Welcome into the Mavericks Minute here with Sports Radio 810 WHB. Pleased to be joined now by the head coach of the KC Mavericks, Tad O'Had. Welcome, first of all. You've been in Kansas City for a little while now. You probably hadn't spent a whole lot of time in Kansas City before you got here. How have you found the city so far?
I've really enjoyed it. It's a great sports city. They definitely back their teams, and the people have been great. It's a great Midwestern feel. I've been down in Florida the past 10 years prior, and I've really enjoyed Kansas City. It's a great community.
Now, Florida, people think, well, that's not where hockey is, but hockey's grown so much all around North America, and I think some of the expansion in the NHL down to Florida and the Carolinas and Tennessee has really been important for that. What did you find the youth hockey down in Florida? A lot of people playing it down there?
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. Matter of fact, a lot of my students are now in the National Hockey League. And so, it's hockey growth across the U.S., whether it be California, Arizona, Florida, kind of those non-traditional markets. Even, you look at, St. Louis, they've really prospered. And the Kansas City metro area is really doing some great things, with their youth programs. And so it's good to see that the youth hockey development, it really helps, build the ground up.
One of the things that's really helped in Kansas City is Cable Dahmer Arena, having ice, right? That's one of the things, if you want kids to go play hockey, if you want to go play baseball or basketball, you should go outside or find a hoop or whateber. Hockey, you have to have ice, right?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of places that you can have ice time. But is hockey still growing among the youth here in town?
It definitely is, and I think part of it is, just the accessibility, having ice, I think, the Mavericks being here, that's helped. And then also we've had a lot of ex-players as well as ex-coaches stick around to help. Ryan Galton, ex-Maverick. Josh Robinson came back as our goalie coach. He's helping out in the youth. John Scott Dixon's doing an excellent job with the youth, and that really helps develop that as well.
All right, let's talk about this year's team. This is your second year as the head coach. When you try to assemble one of these rosters, you're looking for guys like anywhere. They may have been overseas. They could be coming up from, youth leagues in America or Canada or whatever. What's the challenge like to try to put together a minor league hockey team here in Kansas City?
Yeah, it's very challenging. As a matter of fact, over the past 2 years, it's been even more challenging. Last year, you had the pool was massive because players weren't going over to Europe. There were only 13 teams playing in the ECHL last year, so you had an overflow of players. This year, it's the complete opposite. There's been a huge influx of players going over to Europe. Then with the college regulations, a lot of players went back for their fifth year,
right.
So there are very few rookies. And so this has been arguably one of the hardest recruiting years in ECHL history, and that goes across the board. All the coaches will say that. The one thing that we've been able to do is retain a lot of talent from our team last year. We kept the right pieces, and then we were able to work with our affiliate, the Stockton Heat and the Calgary Flames. They've been excellent with getting us players, and then we went out and we recruited. The big thing we needed to do this year was add sandpaper, grit, toughness to our lineup. We wanted a high skill level, but wanted to make sure that we weren't going to be pushed around, and we were going to bring a really hard-working brand of hockey back to Kansas City, and we're doing that.
That's the sales pitch when you're trying to get the guys to come to the ECHL and Kansas City in particular. What is it about Kansas City you think is a place for them to play?
You know what? One, it's a NHL, AHL style city, a phenomenal city. I would say it's probably one of the best cities in the ECHL. Two, we've got a phenomenal fan base that really supports the team, as well as we have an excellent owner.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Hunt has, he puts his heart and soul into this organization. The players are taken very good care of here. We've got great facilities. We've got a great staff. We added an assistant coach, goaltending coach this year. We've revamped the locker room. And so not only Kansas City, a great sports market, great venue. It's a great place to play, and guys enjoy it. And I'll be honest, when I took the job, I was very excited about it here because I knew it's a place where you can recruit and land top talent.
You looked for some of that grit. It's early in the season, but do you like what you see so far?
Very much so. We have a lot of grit. We've got a lot of sandpaper to our game. We've got a lot of skill. I like our team's togetherness, and they understand that we're going to protect one another. We're going to play fast, and we're going to play hard.
Already had a couple suspensions and fines. It's part of hockey, right?
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. We've got a player out for four games, and another one out for 2 games. And fact of the matter is, of course, we don't like suspensions. We don't condone that. However, we need to play hard, we need to play physical, and we need to get to the blue paint and, win those dirty areas.
I know we're going to talk to you a lot this season during the Mavericks Minute. Thanks so much for coming by. That's head coach Tad O'Had of the KC Mavericks. Want to get tickets? Always online at kcmavericks.com.